think I forgot to put a magical makeup.
You did.
Yeah. Hello. Welcome to Magical Makeup.
Hey.
And I wonder if I can go in there right now and do it.
You'll have to go into YouTube and do it since you've went live.
That sucks.
You'll be able to change it because I was able to change mine.
Oh, I always change them after anyway.
Yeah.
Hello, William. Welcome in.
Hello.
And you know what? I probably ought to wash this sponge before I use it. Oh, I can use this side of this one. I can use it.
Yeah, otherwise you're going to have a funky pink going on.
Either purple and that, I just use the other side of the sponge.
So Christy and I were laughing at myself backstage because we got back on, and I'm like, so I went from 1 drink to 2 drinks to 3 to 4 at my desk.
Welcome in, Cool Gamer.
I finished 1. I put the protein shake of doom in my refrigerator because I just cannot drink it warm. I have my cup of water and a cup of coffee. And now I'm working on thumbnails for some swaps.
So I'm not using Graptovine this time. I'm actually using this MAC palette thing.
Okay.
It's pink. You can activate it with water or with cream, either way. And I'm using water because I'm hoping that it won't stain my face. Because after this stream's over, I literally have to go to the grocery store.
Oh, please go to the grocery store with your makeup on.
No.
Please?
No. Not this time.
Pretty, please.
I went out in public with the makeup on yesterday. I was Spider-Man.
Pickles on top?
Nope.
Not donuts because you don't like them.
Oh, but I do love me some pickles.
Okay, pretty please with pickles on top?
No. It's gonna look sunburned. Excuse me. The only problem I have with the full face covers instead of I don't know, I always feel like the half of the face looks better than the full face. I don't know why. I just do.
Okay. I'm looking to see if I missed it. Okay.
Like what? Missed what?
I was looking at the Witch 3 swap to see if Sami had posted channel links yet, and she has.
When is that one? When does it post?
Let me look. 4/24, I think.
It's like a month late from when
it was supposed to. It's a month late. But that's okay because my box just came in yesterday.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Who's yours from?
I'll put it in private chat.
Okay.
But yeah, so I just got mine yesterday. I think there's a couple people who still haven't received as of yesterday.
Okay.
She paid for overnight shipping and it didn't come for 2 days. So I told her she needed to go and get her money back.
Yeah, definitely.
Because, like, they're like, well, you're paying for overnight, but it won't be there till Friday. And I'm like, then you didn't. That's not okay.
Nope. So she went to ship it on what, Tuesday or Wednesday?
Monday.
Monday.
And it got here yesterday.
Oh.
Yep. Okay. This goes up on the 24th.
Now I'm going to the Grapevine to the white. Because I'm not going to be a solid pink.
I'd say you look like, I don't know, an Easter egg at the moment. So I've got several videos that I've uploaded, like, and I just need to go through and find them and get them. Like, I've got some, like, shorts that I've made that I'll, like, just upload and then go back and I have to find them because they upload to that day. Then I have to go back and find them and go, okay, you don't go there. I need to scroll down and find where I need to insert a short. For those of you who don't know, I literally have like a Google Doc with every day of the year listed and what video was plugged into what day. I guess I should apologize about that.
Why?
Because it sounds like I'm crazy.
No, it doesn't. It just sounds like you're organized. Also, the full face ones don't take as long as the half face ones.
Yeah, why is that?
Because when you do a half face one, you're doing regular makeup on one side, and then you're doing design on the other side, and you have to translate it, whether it's blending it or whatever.
True story. So what TikTok song do you have stuck in your head now?
I don't have one stuck in my head right now.
Oh, good. We might be safe for a little while. Okay, I think that's all of them. Yep. That's it. Okay. I can tell where like I need like videos are gonna go because there's just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 13, 14, 15, 16 shorts like in a row. I'm like, there's gonna be videos in between there.
I have shorts scheduled all the way out till almost October of next year because I only do one short a day. You can do up to 3, but
I have shorts Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and sometimes one on Friday if it's like a fitness one.
I do one every day.
That is what I love about this is like everyone has their own like schedule, and like no one scheduling is wrong.
Oh,
like the foam wouldn't go down on my coffee, so like it wouldn't come up on my nose. So I literally used an apple slice I had here to mix my coffee. Apple and coffee doesn't taste good together, just saying. I know you people out there are going, yeah, Lena, we already knew that. But like, I don't know if you can see inside my cup real well, but like the foam was up here to this edge. And so like literally when I move it down now, there's like a good inch. So I was like just pretty much drinking coffee foam. Oh, that is much better. You know how like when you pour a really fizzy soda and like all you get is foam or fizz? That is how this was. And I'm like, okay, this is driving me nuts.
Sounds like it was a lot of foam.
A lot of between the foam from the espresso and then foam from the milk foam. One of my friends has posted, I'm at a point in my life where I think if I attempted a cartwheel, I might die.
Oh, yeah, probably me too. And I used to do gymnastics.
I'm like, true story. True story. So and like Sam asked me why I continue to do this to myself. And I literally don't know. I don't know if it's like I feel bad for the person or what exactly it is. But I've known this person for, I don't know, since 2008. And they the people in school that were like, I can be your friend when so-and-so isn't around. But when they're around, I can't be your friend.
No, I never had that.
Oh, that happened to me a lot. So this person will go through a phase where like, I'm like, okay, are you still on your meds? Are you doing okay? Because some of the things you've been posting, like they don't make sense. Like, are you okay? Hey, 2 Real Geeks, welcome in.
Hello.
And recently she was like, so they're moving to Texas. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. And she's like, well, this means that you can come visit us. And I'm like, well, we'll see. Like we'll see. I don't know. And she's like, well, you owe it to me to come visit me. And I went, why? She's like, well, I came to visit you a couple summers ago in 2020. And I went, well, hold up for a second. Number one, had no idea that you were coming. Number two, you stayed for 2 hours on your way to go visit somebody else, of which you didn't like their rules for your kids at their home, so you turned around and left in the middle of the night 2 days later and drove all the way from Arkansas to Colorado. And she's like, yeah, but so you need to come and you guys can stay with us. And I said, no. Like, if we come down to Texas, we will get a hotel. I'm not going to stay with you. I'm sorry. And so she sent me a message yesterday or the day before. She's like, I think we're at the point where we just can't be friends anymore. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And I know in 3 months, when no one else will talk to her, she'll message me and be all apologetic again. And I'm too nice of a person to say no.
I mean, what does she want when she messages you?
A friend.
She just wants someone to talk to?
Yeah. But, like, she'll start posting things. Like, she told me that I wasn't allowed to tell her daughters that we were, like, she has 9 kids with another one on the way. And she's like, you're not allowed to tell the girls that you're going to Disney. And I said, why? So, because then they'll want to go. And I'm like, okay, and you're the parent. You just say, no, that's not what we're doing. She's like, well, we don't morally agree with Disney. And I said, okay, but that doesn't mean that I can't go.
What are they morally against with Disney?
Who knows? Because I asked her the same question. She goes, well, if you're still going to Disney, I'm not going to tell you. You'll never understand. And I went, I'll be honest, I don't really understand.
My mom, when we were younger, I guess she didn't want to tell me that we couldn't afford the Disney Channel because it cost a lot extra back then.
Yeah, it did.
So I would ask, why can't we get the Disney Channel? And she was like, because they support, this is back when things weren't as socially acceptable. She's
Right.
like, because they support things that I don't support.
Yeah.
And I'm like what? We all knew what that was back then, but still.
Right. So, and so I was like, do I just like, and I told her, I said, look, just because you don't like something doesn't mean I'm not going to go. She's like, and don't you think it's kind of creepy that you're just 2 adults that go to Disney? And
Why
I'm like,
would that be creepy? I go by myself all the time.
Why is that creepy? And she goes, you don't have kids? And I'm like,
so?
Yeah. And she's like, well, people just think it's creepy. And I'm like, what people? Well, people. And I'm like,
yeah, you
think it's creepy. Well, yeah. If I saw you without kids, I would be like protecting my kids from you. And I'm like,
why?
Okay, what is going on? And she's like, you just don't understand. You're not a parent. I'm like, no, you know what? I don't understand.
You could be like, I have a good friend who has 2 children and she goes by herself all the time.
Yeah. And so, yeah, Danny says,
I go to Universal by myself too.
Yeah. Yeah, I went to Universal by myself a couple years ago when Universal sent me on my trip. And she told me then I should have declined it because that should have been something for families. And I point blank asked her then, I said, so are you jealous? Are you jealous that I'm going? She goes, no. And I'm thinking, yes. So I think more of it is that she's jealous that we are going on these trips that they will never be able to afford with 10 kids.
Yeah, that's a lot of kids.
For her last baby shower, she sent me a link to her registry and I mailed her a box of condoms.
That's just wrong, but that's funny as hell.
She's like, this was not on my registry. And I go, nope, it wasn't. I can be kind of witchy when I want to be.
Witchy woman.
Danny says there are really people that think that way about Disney. There are people that think that Disney and Universal and SeaWorld and all the theme parks should not allow people without kids to go. Like, I mean, okay, what if I had kids and I was going by myself because they were in school? What, do I have to show proof of birth certificates when I walk through the gates? Yeah, I have kids. They may not be with me, but I have kids. It's okay. You know.
Yeah, I definitely don't agree with that. But I will say, you know how they have like on the cruise ships, they have sections for the kids, like the kids
Yes.
take areas.
Mhm.
They do a good job of only allowing parents with children to come in there.
Yes. Well, I when we went on that Royal cruise last year, there was some young, like really younger kids in the adults only area. And I walked over to the lifeguard and I said, "This is the adults only area, right?" And they said, "Yeah." And I said, what's the 8? What do you consider adult only? They're like, "Well, 18." And I go, and I pointed, and the lifeguard looked, and he walked over and went, "Ma'am, I'm sorry, your kids can't be here." She's like, I don't care. This is my cruise, and I will do what I want." And he's like, "This is a 18 and older area. How old are your kids?" 18. And the kid looks and goes, "Mom, I'm 10." So they all had to leave, and she was barred from the adult only area. Because, I mean, people were drinking in the pool.
Yeah.
Danny says, "Wow, I mean, I do work for the park as well, but do stay after work and play." Well, yeah, I mean, I think anyone would.
Yeah.
There are also people that really do think that Disney is just pure evil. Yeah, I agree. Like, there are people who think that.
Well, I mean, in terms of gouging us from our money, sure.
Right. Danny, are you we have like 2 trips coming up where we're going to be popping over to Universal. So we might run into you if you're working.
Witchy woman. Now I got a song stuck in my head. Thank you very much.
Well, you have to let me know when you're there. We will be there, I think it's the 5th and 6th of July. And then we're going for HHN in October. Like the full week before Halloween. Oh, cool. They're only 10 minutes away from the park.
Loki, bro. I'm
hoping that Character Dining comes back for HHN. They haven't announced it yet, though.
Oh, this is going to be so hard to get off my face when I'm done.
I'm not laughing at all.
It's
not going to come back. Wait, what? Because when I asked in our travel agent group, the rep said that there had been no decision made on that yet. Because we really enjoyed that when we were there 4 years ago.
Witchy woman.
Did you know that you highlighted something, Christy?
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
My bad. Did not mean to do that.
No, I was like, wait, what? It's only my word, not theirs. I only work there. Yeah, okay. But yeah, they said that we're there because like I have 2 other people who are wanting to book trips, but they're only going to go if Character Dining is happening. And I'm like, well, you can still eat and you can still see the characters. And see, Sam and I were talking about it and kind of said the same thing. It takes the actors away from the park areas. I love our pictures that we got with the evil queen from Scary Tales and with Sam from Trick or Treat. This is TikTok says, the older I get, the more I realize how many kids were absent from school the day we learned the classic lesson. Treat others like you want to be treated.
Right.
And then they're passing along that unknowledge to their kids. There is also a character shortage right now. The VIP tours kind of took the place. Okay, well, we are planning to do the Behind the Screams tour, the 6 house tour. We're pretty pumped about that. And we're going to, we're staying at Aventura.
Oh, where'd she go? Now I'm full screen. Full scream. There she is.
I don't know what happened. I clicked a button.
Did you hear what I said when I said now I'm full screen? That was like full scream. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, you do kind of look evil. What look are we going for? Because it's not the Easter Bunny.
No, I wasn't going with Easter. I was just going with pink. Witchy woman. I'm probably going to use that song.
Not worth it. Can't really take pictures or video. They limit so much on that. I'm assuming you're talking about the tour. You recommend Florida over that hotel? What? Which hotel?
Bleh! Excuse me.
Portofino. Yeah, because we have 3 trips booked this year, we're going with just a value one, and it's one that Sam wants to try, so we're doing that. But maybe next year we'll stay at Portofino because that's on Sam's list too.
I'm staying at French Quarter and Boardwalk.
For Princess, right?
Yep. Split stay.
Woo woo!
Okay. Okay.
Oh, how sad.
What?
It's a TikTok. Her daughter and her date were unalived by a drunk driver on their way home from prom.
Oh no. There was a book I read that had that situation. He's crazy.
Right. At HHN, you can't use the express pass and have to pay for it, right? It's ticketed. Yeah, during the day you can use it. When they sent me a couple years ago, I was at work, so I had express.
He has a death wish.
Loki?
Uh-huh.
I figured.
An unalive wish.
An unalive wish. But yeah, we're pretty excited. And like Universal's the only theme park, like not only theme park, but like Disney, you can't get the annual pass. And with Universal, you can. What do you go down there with? What do you mean? Like pass? Or what? We're annual pass holders. Love that because your travel agent, me or Christy, can add that to your vacation package and have your annual pass paid off when you go to the park. We are the 2-park preferred pass. So we're one step down from the Premier because Premier isn't offered as in the as part of the vacation packages, but you can upgrade when you get there. And I'm very Sam's super pumped for. Yeah, it's the only pass that Disney has because for the Florida residents, but like for Christy and I, we can't get the pass.
But I'm still sniffling. You hear me?
I am too. All you need is that 2-park second tier pass. That's what Jess has. Since we're going over the summer, we thought about upgrading to the 3-park with Volcano Bay, but we know it's going to be really busy. So we're like, well, do we really want to? So just not sure yet on that part. Sam was saying that we may upgrade in December when we're down there to the 3-park. I have not done the Disney Pass yet. I want to see if anything comes back. I'm also trying to find out if I can get back. Yeah, I think a lot of people weren't happy with Memory Maker not being like a part of the pass.
And yeah, definitely. And fast passes because those aren't there anymore.
Well, I priced out the December trip for us. And I think, what do we have right now? We have the 24th through the 2nd with a 7-day ticket and a standard room at Pop. And it's $4,652. For $3,500, we get Aventura for the same time frame. No, it's Cabana Bay. Cabana Bay, the same time frame with the 2-park pass. And so our tickets will be paid for a full year. And Universal is like the more, I feel, laid back and relaxed trip.
Yeah. I feel like Universal's more laid back and relaxed.
Like, we do too, but we really like some of the magic shots and stuff that Disney has. Hello, Laura Jean. Welcome in.
Welcome in.
Glad that you're here. But how often will you use the passes? Well, we were there. We've used them 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 7, 8, 9. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We'll have used them about between 15 and 17 times before we but it's cheaper than getting the tickets. Plus the discount on food and stuff, so. Oh yeah. Well, the Universal's tickets only go up to a 5-day ticket. Once you surpass a 5-day ticket, it goes to a 3-park unlimited ticket. And if you look at the pricing between that and the annual passes, there's only a couple dollars difference. So in the end, especially if you're going to be there more than 5 days or you're planning another trip, it makes it more worth it to pick up the annual pass, because then you're only paying for tickets once and you will get a discount on your food and merchandise.
And you get free parking.
Right. And you get the free parking at the
unless you're staying at a resort.
Right. So overall, like if you're staying more than 5 days, if you have more than 5 park days planned at Universal, or you are planning on 2 different trips in the course of 12 months, then it's definitely worth it to either take a look at it or have your travel agent look at it and see which is the more cost-effective way to do it. Yeah, you may be paying a little bit more up front, but then you don't have to worry about tickets on your second or third trip down the road. And then you may be that's because Universal knows it only takes 2 days to fully do the parks, not including Volcano Bay. So 5 days, you're done. Well, I think that's like in the eye of the beholder. I could spend like a whole day just writing Mummy like on repeat. One of the things that we really liked, because we were there over Christmas, New Year's time frame, is that we could, like, we're early risers. We are there when the parks open for early park admission. And here's a hint about that. If they say early park admission starts at 8, be there by 7. Because typically they open early park admission 30 minutes before it's posted time. So when we were there to ride Gringotts, and we were there early. We were on one of the first buses over, and they let us in 30 minutes early. By the time we got in and on the ride and off, there were people just coming in the parks because they're like, wait a minute, early park admission wasn't supposed to start till this time. Why are you guys already getting off rides? Well, because they open the parks 30 minutes sooner. It always pays to be there early.
I'm liking this dead look.
You are? I am like it. You should film that and do some Halloween stuff and post it.
I probably will.
Well, not if you're staying on property. If you're staying off property, well, according to the app and my experience, they don't open parking until City Walk opens. And that's in our trainings too, from Universal. I'm bleeding.
My eye looks like it's bleeding.
But it looks kind of cool. My face isn't bleeding. Like, what is happening? So, but yeah, definitely have your travel advisor take a look and see what is going to be the better option for you, especially if you have multiple trips planned. Like we do.
My daughter just texted me and asked me if I could make her lunch. I tell her to come down here and look.
You should. Or you could do mine. I don't know. Can I?
But
my response when my kids ask me that, I don't know. Can you? They're like, Mrs. Hall. Yeah, we experienced the line for Hagrid's when we were there. We didn't have too long of a wait. It wasn't too bad. And like for us, the waiting in line isn't a huge deal for us. Like when I think we waited for like 45 minutes to ride Buzz Lightyear over Christmas, and Sam played a game on his phone, and I have Kindle Unlimited through Amazon Prime, and so I just was reading books. Like I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, that takes time away from doing other things, but for us, we'd rather just like enjoy, and the lines don't really bother us. What about you, Christy?
I don't like lines.
Christy's like, I am not going with you.
I'm like, oh, that's a 45-minute wait. I'll pass.
And I'm like, nah, whatever. Christy's here going, I'm never going with her anywhere. Not happening. I'm also trying to figure out, because I have like $300 in flight credit with Delta that I need to use, and I'm trying to figure out if I would be able to do something over spring break, a really short little trip. Okay, so it looks like 1, 2, 3.
Well, I may be a pink zombie, but my phone recognizes my face.
It looks like I have to wait about a week to be able to see what tickets would be. I'm hoping that it would be maybe not a whole lot over what I already have, but who knows. Velocicoaster's line is always short, and Sam really loved Velocicoaster. He said it ranked up there with Mako, which is like his all-time favorite roller coaster.
I love Velocicoaster too. You know what I like doing? I like getting in the single rider line because it goes so quick.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I like going by myself.
The one ride that I cannot ride anymore at Universal is Men in Black.
Is it draw you around too much?
It does. It spins me around too much. Like when I went in 2020, I was like, because I had such a short amount of time there, I literally had to scarf down a coffee and then go to the park so that I could get in all of the requirements that had been given to us. Like, here's what you need to get done while you're here. So I was like, I was tired. I hadn't eaten anything. And I'm like, okay, maybe it was a combination of those things that were making me feel sick. So when Sam and I were there over Christmas, we went on Men in Black, and I got off and I'm like, Sam, I'm going to vomit. I'm going to vomit. I'm going to vomit. And he's like, okay. And right outside of Men in Black, there is like one of those Coke Freestyle buildings, and they have like 3 or 4 machines in there. And so he got a Sprite, and I literally sat in there, and I'm like, I'm going to die. 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 Oh, you mean the vomit machine? Yeah, no kid. No. Mm-mm. And shout out to Men in Black's happy 22nd birthday. But yeah, I can't ride that one. And the Simpsons one is getting just as bad. Sam likes that one.
I've never ridden that one.
I had to end up closing my eyes.
That makes things worse if you're spinning around.
I was able to like not see it spinning, so it didn't affect me, and it's kind of dark, and so I put my head down and did this, and so like you didn't get any other light, and I was still kind of queasy getting off that, and we are going to ride Hagrid's for the first time, hopefully in July. We love Jimmy Fallon. Like, there's a lot of people that are like, oh my gosh, it's a stupid ride. Sam and I like could ride that thing over and over and over and over again. We absolutely adore it.
I've not ridden that one either.
Oh, it's fun. It's a 3D ride.
Oh, yeah, I won't ride it then.
It doesn't feel like a 3D ride. You're like in stadium seating, and you put on your glasses, and like you're racing with Jimmy Fallon through New York, and oh, it's so much fun. Like because I was 35 pounds heavier on our trip. And I would always ask the lady, like when we got first, said, is it possible to get an end because I need a little bit more space? And like there was usually like a little bit more, you weren't like pressing into somebody on the other end. And they were always really, really awesome about it. But right behind us on one of the rides through it was this group. It was like a family, like they were in family reunion shirts. And like you're like moving and stuff, and like all these girls just start screaming, and I could not stop laughing. And Sam and I are like, the people in front of us kind of turned around, and we're like, it's behind us. And so we knew, like, there's a part where you get like you're racing through, and like you end up on the moon, and like you're on this moon roller coaster that's supposed to be going to Earth, and the lady turns around behind me and points at it. And so we start going, oh my gosh, we're going to die. And like the girls behind us, I think one of them started to cry.
Yes.
We could not stop laughing.
Yes,
it was hilarious.
Yes, just a minute. I can't do any 3D rides.
It's actually one of the few that I can do. And I would have enjoyed this interview more if I'd gotten another cup of coffee. Props to the Mummy. Like, that is the only roller coaster I can ride. And Sam laughs at me all the time. I will ride it by myself. And I have. Sam's like, he literally looked at me and went, wait a minute. You won't ride Tower of Terror, but you'll ride the Mummy? And I'm like, yeah. Because it's not that bad. And he goes, I don't understand you.
Uh-huh.
Like, Tower of Terror is scary. He's like, and the Mummy isn't? I'm like, no, because it's black and I can't see what's happening. Well, just recently on our last trip, I can now open my eyes on that ride. Instead of holding my seat, like the bar like this with my eyes closed like this.
I wonder if it's still down for refurbishment. I know
It is. It's down for refurb until sometime this summer. They haven't released a date. I don't believe that, Danny. I don't. The Mummy is not worse than Tower. No, there's no way. Besides, Emotep is my friend, and he would never intentionally hurt me. Emotep and I are like this.
Mummy jerks you around more than Tower of Terror does.
Not that bad, though.
Well, Tower of Terror doesn't even jerk you around.
But it's an elevator.
It's awesome.
And I have been, but here's the thing, and here's the difference. I got trapped in an elevator when I was younger. And so I think there's like that trauma from being stuck in the elevator. And so, like, I'll go through the ride, but I'll take the chicken exit. But Sam told me I have to pick that, Everest, or Guardians, or Rock and Roller Coaster.
Rock and Roller Coaster is bad on you unless you're in the front.
And I'm like, that goes upside down. And he goes, yeah. I go, no. Everest goes backwards. No. Don't know anything about Guardians yet, so that's a no.
It launches backwards.
Then no. I said, and Tower of Terror is an elevator, so that's a hard pass. And he just looked at me. I go, but I'll ride the Mummy with you. So what kind of music are you putting with your look?
Oh, I don't know. Probably Halloween music.
Let's say the Mummy launch is just harsh and the brakes are bad. I love that. Like, it is honestly my favorite ride at Universal, which is really funny to Sam. He's like,
Rip Ride Rocket's my favorite ride at Universal.
Sam adores Rip Ride Rocket. Yes, I will. It's not that bad. The launch at Gringotts is horrible because, like, you almost go like straight down. I always feel like I'm going to pee my pants at that part.
I like the Gringotts ride, but I do not like the castle ride.
I have not. Okay. I have not ridden the castle ride because my chestal area was too big for the pull down things, and so I ended up watching some like a lights on video, and I'm going, those big spider things, no thank you. Rip Ride Rocket was the first ride you worked on. That's pretty cool, Danny. Sam adores that ride. I sat at the exit and just waited on him and read a book.
Sorry.
You okay?
Hub's called.
Hi, hubby.
Oh, he's off the phone now.
Okay.
He's on his way home, so I can go to the grocery store.
Awesome.
No, so I'm not going to the grocery store like this.
Yes, you are.
I have to go in there and get something.
Okay, so film people's reactions.
No.
It'd be funny. Even Loki agrees with me. Okay, one has to go. Jelly beans, Reese's peanut butter cup, Russell Stover's chocolate bunny, Peeps, or a Cadbury cream egg.
Did you ask me a question? Sorry.
Yes, I did.
What'd you say?
Okay, one of these candies has to be eliminated. What is it? Which one? Jelly beans, Reese's peanut butter cup, a Russell Stover's solid milk chocolate bunny, a Peeps, or a Cadbury cream egg?
Ugh, Cadbury cream egg. Those were disgusting.
What about in the chat? Which one would you eliminate?
All right, I'm done, and I got to get groceries at 2 o'clock. So say what you got coming up.
We have new videos come out on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Shorts on Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. We have 3 trips planned for this year. We will be in Florida in July, October, and December. We are doing HHN this year instead of the Disney World Marathon. If you were on this makeup stream with Christy last Saturday, I asked their opinion of her and Sami. So Sam and I could kind of get some things figured out, and we are taking their advice and training for another year. So we are going to do that. Right now, we're in the midst of finishing up our December Christmas trip. I think the next video that's coming up in that regards is tomorrow with the POV of living with the land. Then there is the last one on April 19th, which is a relaxing boat ride from Wilderness Lodge to the Magic Kingdom. So, and that will be in our Disney trip from December. So then we have some other miscellaneous videos that will come up, and then our July trip. So yeah, that's what's going on here.
I release videos Monday and Friday. I have live streams on Thursdays, and that's about it. Go check out my Instagram. I'm gonna put pictures on Instagram.